Welcome YouTube. Today we're going to be covering SCP-5000 Y. Cool story and explanation. This is a Mr. Illustrated production, I'm pretty sure. Not production, but like story. Yeah. Mr. Illustrated. I am excited to see what the SCP universe has for me today, honestly. Because you can't really know what to expect from these people, right? They kind of have so many diverse stories that I just predicting what any of this is very mute until I get some information. Like, you know, speaking about it, honestly, I've been enjoying all this so much. I say I did enjoy the other film that's signed, the 049 film. I'm wondering if there's any other ones. I might do a dive on those personally, you know, because I find this all very interesting, very cool to say the least, right? And yeah, I'm sleepy for some reason. I shouldn't be. For all intents and purposes, I shouldn't be. Anyways, as I was saying, I do want to get more into that, and more. I'm enjoying the content, but I kind of want to see more story-driven things. Like, you know, you said there's like continuities and stories and stuff like that. I kind of want to get into those a little bit more. Because I'm already getting a lot of the established characters known. I now want to see them doing stuff with the established characters, if you get what I'm saying. I want to see where people's creativity and minds goes to. And understand, like, you know, what amazing stories come out of this. We've seen some, but I want to see more. Anyways, besides my, you know, monologuing, let's get right into this, you know. I hope you guys are ready. As you know, YouTube, as you know, I'm recording this all live on Twitch, so if you want to be here live, go ahead and pass by here. Besides that, I do have also Patreon content. You want to have access to the week early, but can't make it to my Twitches, I also have that there. I'm speaking fast because I'm trying to get all of this out. Besides that, don't like to subscribe, and let's enjoy this video together, shall we? Let's go.
Good day everyone and welcome back. Today, the definitive SCP-5000 video, the entire story and the entire explanation, all 3 parts from the last 3 months combined into one video, and a thorough explanation provided by Yossi.
I see.
This video contains swearing and strong graphic violence and has been authorized by the following council members and administration staff. Let's begin.
Words SCP-5000 Y. Okay. I wonder what this one's gonna be.
SCP-5000 is a non-functional mechanical suit, identified within its internal schematics as an absolute exclusion harness designed by the SCP Foundation. Although SCP-5000 is believed to have once possessed a number of anomalous functions intended to protect and benefit its occupant, damage inflicted to it in the past means that it is currently only capable of basic file storage. For a record of files contained within SCP-5000 upon recovery, see Archive 5001. SCP-5000 first appeared in a flash of light within SCP-579's containment chamber at Site-62C on the 12th of April 2020, containing a corpse genetically identical to Foundation employee Pietro Wilson. Pietro Wilson is currently employed at Exclusionary Site 6, and Amnestic Therapy has confirmed he has no knowledge of SCP-5000 or memories concerning the events detailed within its archives.
Oh, okay. Doppelganger? Maybe
Special
reality
containment
jumper?
Procedures. SCP-5000 is to be kept in a deactivated state within a standard storage unit located at Site-22. All files and intelligence retrieved from SCP-5000 are to be stored on a secure server, with backups available upon request from the Archival Department.
Okay. What's it have
Archive
on it?
5001. Journal entry 11.
Okay.
My name is Pietro Wilson. I don't know what's happening. I think I might be the only one left. The date is 02/01/2020. Sorry, thought transcription is tricky. I'm not used to this yet. The date is the 2nd of January 2020. I've just escaped from Exclusionary Site 6. I'm not certain, but I think everyone else is dead. Those guys, they were thorough. If I hadn't got to the sea, I'd be...
What happened?
Oh god.
Dead?
Journal entry 1-2.
I need to get myself together or this thing isn't going to be legible at all.
Okay.
Most likely they're going to want some kind of record of this whole incident for posterity.
What does the suit exactly
I'm
do?
currently on my way to the nearest Foundation installation, a small safe house for agents making their way through this part of the country. Most likely there won't be anyone there, but I should be able to get into contact with my superiors and find out what exactly is going on. Things started around 6, maybe 7 hours ago. A group identifying themselves as Mobile Task Force Zeta 19, Lonely Only, Insurgent Infiltrators, maybe, entered the site. They had proper identification and everything, and gathered everyone into the canteen. Then they started the shooting.
Oh, they rounded up everybody.
I can still taste the blood. I can't get that awful metal taste off my tongue. It's a miracle I didn't get hit or trampled on. The way people were climbing over each other to get out of there. If I hadn't got to the exclusion harness, I'd be dead. No doubt about it. Like I said, they were thorough. I'm a technician for the power grid on ES6, so I don't fully get how this thing works, but I understand the basics.
Okay.
This perception filter thing, it doesn't mean people can't see me, but it does mean they can't recognize the fact that they can see me.
Oh.
Which I guess is the same thing when you get down to it. But those
So they're there, but it tricks your mind into thinking you're not there.
infiltrators,
Technically speaking.
they didn't even take anything. Didn't even try to. I watched after I got into this thing. I was too scared, fucking coward, to make a run for it. They just checked the bodies and left. An extra bullet for every head. They were just there to kill us.
Journal entry 1-3.
Finally made it to
Okay.
the safe house after hours and hours of trudging through this goddamn desert. Heard a few explosions in the distance. Maybe the Foundation sent an MTF to engage those infiltrators before they got away. Hope so. Never been happier to see bottled water in my life. The harness sustains your body while you're wearing it, apparently. But my mind still thinks I should be drinking. Human nature, I guess.
Oh, that suit keeps you alive,
Anyway,
live.
once
Oh,
I get these legs of
wow.
mine
Super
rested,
useful.
I'm going to
Super
try and get
useful.
these systems online. I need to get in touch with the Foundation and find out what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
Journal entry
Was it maybe the
1-4.
right hand of
Holy shit!
the snake's right arm? Is that?
Downloaded file 1-1.
They sent this to every government, news organisation and anomalous agency on the planet. Fuck me.
The following is a message composed via consensus of the O5 Council. For those who are not currently aware of our existence, we represent the organization known as the SCP Foundation. Our previous mission centered around the containment and study of anomalous objects, entities, and other assorted phenomena. This mission was the focus of our organization for more than 100 years. Due to circumstances outside of our control, this directive has now changed. Our new mission will be the extermination of the human race. There will be no further communication.
Whoa. Okay.
Composed file
Why?
1-1.
Immediately following the release.
Wait, we know the SCP Foundation, right? I don't want to be that guy, but do we know why? And do they have a reason? Because if there's a good reason, I'm okay. No, it's not a way, right? Well, if there's a good reason, then sure, I understand them taking this approach. But why? I gotta know. You know what? This is why it's called Why, isn't it? SCP-5000. Why? Okay, is that the whole question of this entire series?
of
Why
their
did they do
worldwide
this?
announcement, the Foundation began their assault on mankind.
Like, why did
The
they
response to the
choose to
anomalies the
bombard
Foundation let
humanity or
loose was
something?
as quick as it could have been. But the damage is being done.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell what exactly is going on, but from my position here, accessing the Foundation network and keeping a track of the news, I've managed to grasp a little. I'm going to get everything I know down, so that when this is over, if anyone's still alive, they'll know what happened to us.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna use anomalies to fight people, right? Oh, yeah, yeah, as I speak and breathe.
Images of SCP-096's face circulated on social media platforms. Death toll had already reached the hundreds before the images were taken down. For all I know, that thing's still going.
Probably.
SCP-169. A series of nuclear charges are detonated within and along SCP-169's back, causing it to stir in its sleep slightly. The resulting earthquakes and tsunamis devastate
I'm
a
assuming
significant
some
number
large
of
creature
coastal
that was
settlements
asleep.
around the world. SCP-662. Over the course of 24 hours, an individual whose appearance matches that of Mr. Deeds appears in the vicinity of several major heads of state and assassinates them using whatever tools are immediately available, disappearing just as quickly. I don't know why this stopped after the first day.
Oh, he killed...
SCP-610.
Oh,
Samples of
hell no.
SCP-610 are dispersed by
hell
embedded
no.
Foundation agents within many major cities, including New York and Delhi. All civilians in the area, along with the agents themselves, are quickly infected and succumb to SCP-610. Further spread of SCP-610 is halted by the combined efforts of the Global Occult
What's
Coalition
happening?
and the Church of the Broken God.
Oh, okay.
SCP-682 released.
They let him go.
I don't understand why this is happening.
Downloaded file 1-2.
News footage I managed to download between drinking sessions. Begin log. Reporter Maria Henderson is speaking from inside a GOC evacuation tent. Scrolling header indicates that she is speaking from the outskirts of Trolsa, Sweden. Behind her, patients can be seen being treated by doctors in full protective gear. Maria herself is wearing a surgical mask pulled up slightly to allow her to speak into the microphone, which kind of defeats the purpose if you ask me.
Repeating what has previously been put out by the Global Occult Coalition. Residents that have not already evacuated are advised to seal themselves inside their homes as quickly as possible, using whatever materials are available.
Shit, we've got expiration. Get the eraser ready. Some help in here. Move, all of you, quick, get out. Now let's get them out of here.
Oh no.
Maria Henderson quickly begins moving out of the tent, out into a field filled with similar installations. A loud buzzing sound is heard from the tent behind her, and several flashing lights can be seen. Thick smoke pours out of the
which
gap
one's this
in the top of
monster?
the tent.
I don't recognize that so far.
Any individuals still in a compromised area are advised to keep careful watch over those around them. If any friends or family members begin exuding a noticeable minty smell, they are to be quarantined immediately.
Feed cuts out. I later found out that this is when television stopped. Everywhere. Internet too. World gone dark in just a few seconds.
Wow. Oh my
And
god. This
journal
is so
entry,
cool.
It's funny. With the supplies in this place, not to mention the exclusion harness, I could probably survive for years right here. But the idea of being sat here with no idea what's going on in the outside world, it's unbearable. Still, I'm not sure whether I really want to know what's happening out there either. When I was a kid, real sick all the time, not able to go out that much, I was really into detective stories, Sherlock Holmes and all that shit.
Okay.
I always wanted to figure things out. Anyway, my dad had this row of plant pots on the wall outside the house, and they were always getting knocked over, but he could never figure out what was doing it. That was pretty much at my peak of detective obsession, so I was on the case like nothing else.
Probably a cat.
I was a stupid shit, so I
Raccoon.
couldn't actually deduce anything, you understand. So I ended up buying this cheap spy camera and recording the wall overnight. It was a stray
Raccoon?
cat.
Oh, okay.
My
that's
dad
cat.
ended up kicking it to death, like I should have known he would.
Oh.
Curiosity.
I don't
you
know
know the
about
saying.
that.
Everyone involved would have been better off if I'd minded my own business. Except my dad. But fuck him. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I'd rather be doing something than nothing. Besides, if I have the exclusion harness, nothing that would want to hurt me will ever know I'm there. I'm a tourist at the end of the world. Destination, Site 19. Closest real Foundation installation. Only makes sense.
Okay.
I'm getting some answers.
Oh my
Recorded
god,
file
my internet.
1-1.
Encounter with Foundation elements a few days after leaving my shelter. Watching weird behaviour. Begin log. Viewing a group of Foundation soldiers in a clearing from a distance. 9
Okay.
in total, stood in a line. A 10th soldier, the commander, is silently pacing back and forth in front of them. Uniforms and insignia, they look like those of MTF Epsilon 6, the village idiots. After a few seconds, the commander claps her hands once and steps towards the line.
Performing the check now.
Of course.
The commander takes out a knife and stabs the soldier in the shoulder. There's no
No
reaction.
reaction.
Get that wound treated.
The soldier nods. The commander proceeds to stab each soldier in the line in the same way, with no reaction from any of the victims, until the 8th, who noticeably winces.
Got a live one.
The commander
What?
and all other soldiers
Why?
quickly aim their guns and
Huh?
fire upon Soldier 8, killing him. He drops to the ground.
Wait.
The commander then moves to the 9th soldier and stabs.
Okay, let me think about this. So, they're killing humanity. We don't know why. And I feel like this is very important, right? They're checking if you feel pain. And if you do, you're compromised. But what would that mean? Maybe we're not supposed to feel pain, and that's... But what would that mean? Is something making us feel pain? Because it can mean anything, right? It can mean maybe you're a different type of human that maybe they figured something out, right? Or maybe it means, I don't know, a god has power over you and yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is weird. This is weird.
Stabs him in the shoulder, with no visible reaction.
All right, we're clear. Move out.
MTF Epsilon 6 pack up their supplies and leave the area, leaving the corpse of the dead soldier where it is. Manage to retrieve weaponry and basic medical supplies from the body. Bury it as well as I can afterwards. End log. Closing notes? No fucking clue.
Honestly, I'm confused
Recorded
as you.
file 1-2.
Weird transmission I caught on an old radio.
Okay.
Don't know if it's important, but trying to get everything down for posterity. Begin log.
7, 5. Can you hear me? There is a hole shining in the holes between your eyelids. I have never been to Versailles before. I want to be loved. 9. I am standing behind you now. 5. I am 2 of us standing behind you now. The goddess eats the city in the sea. 9. There's a hole on the floor with an answer waiting in it. 7. Look, you're hatching. You're hatching.
That's weird. I can tell you that.
Closing notes. Message stopped once I turned the radio over and saw that it was damaged beyond repair. Am I feeling okay?
Journal entry
I mean,
1-6.
I would think that's weird, but considering all the anomalies, it could have been a message sent with or through an anomaly that goes through any radio, no matter their state, you know?
When I thought of Site 19 as being relatively close by, I never really took into account that was probably with a vehicle in mind. Can't risk cars or anything like that. Even if I went unnoticed, the vehicle wouldn't. All it takes is one Foundation soldier or wandering anomaly to spot it, and I'm as good as dead. But still, marching through the woods, even with the harness protection, isn't the most pleasant experience. It would be hard to move out of the way if anything came traipsing through, for one. Just because things can't notice me doesn't mean they can't run me down.
Right.
It gives me time to think, though. Like, why the hell am I even going to Site 19?
True. I
What
mean,
do I hope to accomplish? If I wanted to stay out of danger, survive as long as possible, I'd be best suited as getting as far away from any Foundation personnel as possible, not jumping right into the Viper's nest.
I mean, that could be the best way to hide, though. They would never expect you to be hiding in the Foundation itself. So it could actually be the best, what's the word? The best tactic you have.
Answers, I guess. More than anything, I want answers. Even if I get kicked to death afterwards.
Right, he's a dead
Compost
body by the
tile,
end of this,
1,
right?
2.
So we don't.
reached
We're about to
Site
find out
19.
what's gonna happen.
Security's in disrepair.
Oh, he
Most
reached
of the
it.
anomalies let loose a while ago. So it was actually pretty easy to get in. Still stressful, moving out of the way of the researchers as they went about their business. They were still talking like colleagues, discussing how to get maximum human casualties, like it was something they'd always been doing. But their eyes, it was like something was missing from them. Some spark. I couldn't see them as human looking at their eyes. Maybe not even alive. It's hard to describe, but it gave me the creeps.
Okay, think about it. Let's think about it in SCP terms, right? There's always plot twists. There's always something weird, right? What's the biggest plot twist I could think about right now? Maybe I'll play a little bit devil's advocate. Maybe it's all y'all that are weird, and it's them that found out how to be normal. No. They're clearly emotionless, right? We got that, or at least they can't feel pain. And that's clearly something different about them compared to humans. But are they still human? I feel like they maybe are human, maybe more human, but why would they make them more human? I don't know. Goddamn, why? Yeah, why is everything?
Accessing the Foundation database with some stolen senior staff credentials, I think I've managed to put together a basic timeline of what happened right before their declaration of war. I don't know what it all means, but I guess it's a start. 16th of December 2019. The O5 mark a project called Numa as being of special interest to senior staff. Apparently, it was a mass amnesticization project like Kaleidoscope, except mostly focused on the collective human unconscious, the psychospace, whatever you want to call it. Apparently, there was some kind of breakthrough in mapping out the psychospace, except I can't see what it was because it's fucking redacted. Typical. 17th of December 2019. A vote is undertaken by the O5 Council, with the result being unanimous. Ethics Committee also concurs. Don't know what the votes were about, because it's fucking redacted. 19th of December 2019. A series of instructions, redacted instructions of course, are sent to all senior staff members and site directors. A wave of suicides and resignations go out across the Foundation, with Dr. Charles Gears being one of the employees resigning. 22nd of December
Dr.
2019.
Gears, okay, even him.
A number of files are sent out to all remaining senior staff members and site directors, with instructions to also disseminate those materials among the staff serving under them. The files are accompanied by the message, "Harden your hearts." All suicides and resignations immediately cease following dissemination of the materials.
Okay.
25th of December 2019.
Oh, wow.
Full block on all communications in and out of Foundation sites. Termination of the majority of human and human sympathetic anomalies is performed by the staff at each
I remember
site
that's the
over
girl with the
course of
picture that
next
could pick
week.
up stuff, right?
Information suggests an assassination team
okay.
was sent after Dr. Charles Gears, but it doesn't say whether they were successful or not. 2nd of January 2020. Mobile task forces are dispatched to all exclusionary sites to execute all personnel. Immediately following the conclusion of these missions, the Foundation declares war on humanity.
Yeah, that's when he got attacked,
Not quite
right?
certain what all this means. Did the O5 Council send out some kind of mimetic agent to get everyone to go along with them? But that wouldn't explain why the O5 Council would want to wipe out humanity in the first place.
Well, I mean,
I
what
don't
have
get
they
it.
done? What do
Just
they
don't
know?
get it.
Okay, so we know something happened in the information in the psychospace, right? And if mapping out the psychospace, something in our mental thing. Did they find a flaw, or maybe they found out a realization? I'm playing very much into defending it because this guy's only attacking it, but I could see them just maybe they found something that made them go crazy or that corrupted everything, right? That could happen as well. Now that I think about it, that's probably what happened. but I also like finding. Why? Yeah, why? Just
On the
just
anomalies
ask
the
why.
Foundation are actively using too. With the news down, it's hard to get much solid info outside of their own records. And even those are still goddamn fucking redacted. I mean, it's the end of the world. What's the point of redacting shit anymore? Who cares? Just tell me what's going on. Fuck it. I'll put it all in a table for posterity or whatever.
I mean, I guess.
SCP-1370. Television service temporarily returns. All channels are propaganda speeches from SCP-1370, rambling on and on about how he's going to take over the world or whatever. This one isn't actually that bad. SCP-1048. I don't know how the Foundation managed to
Oh
catch
my
that
god,
thing in
the
the first
teddy
place. The
bears.
helicopter
They're
footage
back.
shows hordes of bears
They're
created by
back.
1048 rushing through the streets of Paris.
Oh my god, Paris
The
is
footage
fucked.
isn't too clear, so I'm not quite sure, but it looks like there's a massive red teddy in the distance as well, walking around next to the skyscrapers.
Yeah, you guys are fucked. That shit, that little fucker.
SCP-1290. SCP-1291 and 1292 are moved from their original position and used as a rudimentary projectile system to launch projectiles at a secure GOC installation called Ganzia.
Oh, so there is still bastions
files,
left of
but it
humanity.
looks like it's just one of a frankly obscene number of anomalies they're using to try and bust in there. If you ask me, they'd be better off firing missiles, but nobody's asking me because they've all gone nuts.
Yeah, they're all crazy, I guess.
SCP-1440 is transported from refugee camp to refugee camp by Mobile Task Force New 22 Rocketmen, where its anomalous effects cause rapid devastation to those fleeing communities.
Right.
Strangely enough, the way these events are described in the files makes it sound like SCP-1440 actually has no effect on the Foundation personnel assigned to it. SCP-1678. The Foundation intentionally abandons containment of SCP-1678, removing personnel from the immediate area. Once chaos caused by additional anomalies makes evacuation of London impossible, officials from the British Occult Service direct citizens to take refuge in SCP-1678 below. Once the city has reached capacity, the Foundation detonates the nuclear device stationed there prior to abandonment. Going to try investigating some more before getting
Jesus.
out there. See what I can find out.
Notice: files deleted. Time elapsed.
They are planning
duration
ahead,
unknown.
aren't they?
Journal entry 1-7.
It's been about 3 months, maybe, since my
3
last
months?
entry. God knows what I've been doing since then.
What do you mean?
The time between then and now is a complete blank in my memory.
What? And
And it looks like the files from that period have been deleted as well. As far as I
3
know,
months.
I should be the only one able to do that. So
Right.
take that as you will.
What do you?
I seem like I've been through a few rough patches.
What's? Huh. Interesting. I wonder why he's just not remembering anything. I wonder what exactly is the point here.
I have a few scars that I don't quite recognise. I have a bandage around my temple. The exclusion harness doesn't seem to be damaged though, so I don't know what hurt me. Did I fall off a cliff or something? The sad part is I can actually see myself doing something like that. Never was the smartest. Site-19 is long gone. Well, it's still there, I assume, but I'm halfway across the country. Couldn't tell you why. It's weird though.
What do
like
you
I have a
mean? Why?
purpose
You don't
now.
know why?
Even though I'm not 100% sure what it is. Just where I need to go.
Where are you going?
There's a briefcase in my hand. I'm having trouble recalling what exactly
This is weird,
is
to
inside
say
it.
honest. This is weird.
All I know is that it isn't round, and I need to get it to SCP-579.
Notice: files deleted. Time elapsed. Duration unknown.
Whoa. Okay.
Journal entry 1-8.
Why is the suit taking over or something?
I underestimated how long it would take to get to SCP-579. Site-19 was a trek all on its own, but 579 is another story entirely. I wouldn't even know where it was without this documentation, which I have no idea how I obtained, but that's beside the point. I've stopped counting the corpses I've walked past. It's probably in the quadruple digits now. Jesus. Maybe even higher. came across the dead body of a kid, a little boy, in a house I was grabbing some supplies from
That's
a while
sad.
back.
Damn.
At first I thought he'd just been shot in the head, but when I went to bury him I could see there were things moving underneath his skin. Little pale worms, hundreds of them, that poured out the second I touched him. They all had his face. They were all laughing. They scurried off into the drain. I don't try to bury people anymore. Keeping going is a lot more difficult than you
I would
think.
imagine after seeing something like
Notice,
that.
files deleted. Time elapsed, duration unknown. Composed file 1-3.
This thing in the briefcase is a godsend. Don't know what the hell it is, but if things are getting too much for me, I just need to open it up, and the next thing I know, I'm miles further along from where I just was, feeling all warm inside like something gave me a pep talk. It's like my own personal skip button for when things are getting rough.
This suitcase is sketchy. It's sketchy. This is all sketchy. I feel like, because he could take off the suit as we see here. I feel like he's just getting gaps at his. Is something taking over his body? That's the only thing I could put together. Oh my god, my internet. Of course, my internet starts fucking crashing right now. I don't get it. I legit don't get it. Why? Why is there's always an internet problem? At this point, I might just turn it offline. It might just make this an offline recording halfway through. If my internet's just gonna keep. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. All right. I guess that's it for stream then. My internet is having problems, and it is. All right. It's unfortunate. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just do some offline recordings today. Point is, why? I feel like something's possessing him, right? If I were to guess, something is definitely possessing his body in some kind of capacity. Whether it be automatic, maybe it's a suit protection system, or it made it infiltrated his mind, or it might be external. Point is, this is now a biased recount. I'm not saying it wasn't, but now it sounds like it's being tampered with.
Managed to get temporary access to the Foundation database from the corpse of an agent I found half buried in the woods. Wolves were already helping themselves to him, but they obviously didn't mind me taking his laptop. They didn't notice me anyway. The Foundation is still throwing everything they've got at everyone else. I'll put it in a table, might as well. SCP-5000. The Foundation intentionally triggers the eruption of Yellowstone, obliterating SCP-5000. For now, anomalies deployed by the Mana Charitable Foundation have slowed down the environmental effects at an absurd rate, but it's still just a matter of time before we choke on ash.
That's crazy.
SCP-2200.
Oh,
Somehow the Foundation seems to have mass-produced SCP-2201, and those swords are making their ways into the hands of refugees.
Where are they?
With all the victims that SCP-2201
I'm assuming it takes over your body or makes you kill people.
SCP-2203 is overflowing with a mountain of living 2204 trapped under a mountain of dead 2204. SCP-2241. One of the few human anomalies that weren't terminated. It appears SCP-2241 is being used as a living weapon to destroy the biggest refugee camps that crop up, forcing survivors to remain in smaller groups. Unknown how they're getting it to be that loyal, but I doubt it's pleasant. Last information on SCP-2241 says that it's being deployed to assist with the siege at Ganzia. Apparently, they're having some trouble. SCP-2466. SCP-2466 was constantly being used in order to compel survivors originating from California to perform actions both socially disruptive
I haven't heard of this one.
Hostile. This was apparently effective, but after the 4020th use of SCP-2466, it crashed and became unusable. Guess there weren't any residents left. SCP-2639. SCP-2639 were being dispatched to survivor communities and installations for groups that opposed the Foundation in order to kill everyone present. Apparently they were told that they were fighting monsters that had escaped from containment and were destroying the world. Clearly they figured out that wasn't the case, because they've refused to do anything since about the 6th time they were
Okay, so So, okay, they're not just okay. So the SCP Foundation is definitely not fighting monsters or hasn't seen anything. Then, so maybe they are just evil and brainwashed, or maybe they got taken over by some entity.
Deployed. Good for them. Journal entry 19.
It's nice having company, even if they don't know you're there. I'm sat around a fire with a group of GOC soldiers who are trying to make their way... Well, I don't think they actually have anywhere to go at this point. Just wandering, maybe. I thought about revealing myself, trying to ask them to help me to get to 579, but I don't want to risk it. Maybe I've just gotten used to not existing. Forget being a tourist. I'm a ghost.
But it's end of the world, so it's not the worst situation you could be in, honestly speaking.
Downloaded file 13.
Interview log from an interrogation facility inside Ganzia.
Oh,
As far as I'm aware, this
interview.
is the first time a captured member of Foundation personnel has spoken during interrogation. Interviewer is a Commander Morrison, with a scientist called Dr. Rhodes also being there. The guy being interrogated is a member of Mobile Task Force Omega-2, Secret Keepers, Samuel Ross.
Begin log.
Do you know where you are?
I'm in Ganzia, right?
Yeah.
You guys grabbed us while we were trying to sneak in.
That's right. Do you know why you're here?
You're going to interrogate me, I assume.
I mean, they're gonna try.
Doctor?
Confirmed. Subject has nothing implanted inside of him, no mental agents or cognitohazards either. You're safe to begin.
Okay. None of your colleagues we've spoken to have talked. Not a one, not a word. Why are you talking to me now?
We've met before. Do you remember? In that joint operation in Tenerife a few years back.
This is
With the Seagull Prince? Do you
suspicious, to say the least. I feel like
I was wearing a gas mask back then, so you probably don't recognize me.
what's gonna happen? I'm nervous here because this could end up really bad for everybody.
That's why I'm talking.
Why is this guy talking
That's
suddenly?
the only reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
When we caught you trying to sneak into the city with the refugees, you and your comrades started firing into the crowd at random. Men, women, and children all murdered for no reason. Don't you think that's crazy?
Yeah, it's actually kind of.
Fucker.
That's funny to you?
Sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. It's just... I just thought that was a little hypocritical.
What?
Well, I mean, you're interrogating me like the information you'll get will help you, but there's no time for you to really do anything, the way I see it.
How so?
No matter how many times you fire Abel at her, Professor Crow's Europa will rip this place open before long. But you're still acting like you can do something about it. Don't you think that's crazy?
No matter.
If you've spoken up just to talk, not
Matter. Are they using Able to fight the Foundation right now? That's when I got all that.
nonsense. We can always try enhanced interrogation. I don't want to, but I'll do it.
Do what you want. Once you realize you're not supposed to feel pain, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You're not supposed to.
What do you mean by
Okay,
that?
so I was right about that, but what do you mean? Yeah.
No, you wouldn't want me to say.
I very much do.
I'm not talking to you.
That doesn't make any sense. Tell me. Now.
You're sure?
We're still good on inoculations?
Cleared on all the Foundation kill agents. Yes.
Then spit it out, Ross. Stop stalling, or we'll have to get unpleasant.
Fine.
Okay.
I didn't catch that.
You'll have to speak up. That microphone only has so much gain.
Commander Morrison and Dr. Rhodes can be heard screaming loudly.
Whoa.
Wet
Okay.
cracks and sounds of rushing wind are also audible. The screaming, which grows higher pitched over time, continues for the remainder of the recording.
Whoa.
Look what you've done to yourselves. I told you you wouldn't like it, didn't you? That's why you hear your voice.
What do you mean?
I really liked you guys, so I was trying to be nice. We're so kind to you, you know. We fight in the light, so you can die in the dark.
Whoa. Okay. What the?
Disgusting.
I don't even understand
End
what.
Apparently, right after this, some kind of emergency arose inside Ganzia, and the city ended up being destroyed from both the inside and outside. Files don't mention the specifics, but the GOC may be done.
What happened though?
Notice: files deleted. Time elapsed, duration unknown. Journal entry 110. It's getting hard to keep going. When the GOC were keeping up the fight, there was this sense that things could still be turned around. But with them on the run now, it's easy to feel there's no point to all this. With Ganzia taken care of, the Foundation has turned their full attention back to everyone else. I don't eat or drink anymore. The harness takes care of all that, and there's too much of a risk that anything I consume will be contaminated by one of the awful viruses the Foundation is trying to spread. I've seen corpses in pretty much every state imaginable by this point, some of them walking around even. Every time I open the briefcase to skip, I make a little less progress, feel a little worse.
Is the suit getting out of power
Whatever
then?
was helping me before, it's like I've grown numb to it. Wouldn't be the only thing. Why am I even going to 579? Do I actually have a reason? Composed file 1-4. Foundation's still fucking us. Here's a table about it.
Right.
SCP-3078. Apparently the Church of the Broken God managed to get the internet back up and running in some areas.
Oh, okay.
The Foundation fucked that pretty quick by uploading thousands of copies of 3078 through pretty much every medium available.
I don't know which one's this one.
So the internet went back down. SCP-3179. The thing was freed from containment after the Church of the Broken God started trying to rebuild things. Sparked a civil war inside the church over whether this thing is Macan or not, which really put a damper on their ability to help out. Plus, it's making as many fucking Terminator things as it can.
Right, they would have that discussion because, you know, their god is a machine, and if they see this machine, they're having conversations about whether it's not their god coming in here to say, but it's not,
so
probably.
That's fun. SCP-3199. SCP-3199 eggs are now being airdropped pretty much wherever.
3199?
I'm sure
I don't know
you
which
can
one's
imagine
that
how
one.
that's going.
I don't know, actually. I don't know that one.
Journal entry 111. Have been making my way towards 579. Maybe a little slower than before, but who can blame me for lack of motivation? Been seeing some strange things lately. Stranger than usual, I mean. First are the blinkers. There's been quite a few of these around lately. Now, I'm pretty sure these were created by the Foundation, even if I don't know how. I don't
what
know
do they
most
do?
things, so just add this to
They
the
look
list.
creepy.
They're statues.
Deadly, to say the least, you know.
Statues of soldiers, MTF uniforms, with empty sockets for eyes.
Okay.
Their arms are carved into blades, like what you'd see on a praying mantis or something. They're harmless as long as you look at them, but the second you look away, they can move.
Oh my
and they're
god.
fast.
They made weeping angels. What does weeping angels always find a way into everything? Always weeping angels. And now we have more weeping angels, I swear.
Saw one cut through an entire crowd of people when a gust of smoke blocked it from view for just a second. I'm wary of them. Me looking at them stops them too, so even if they don't perceive where I am, they're going to deduce that I'm there. Might just start slicing everything in sight, and then that's the end of me. Need to do my best to avoid them completely. The second thing I saw is, well, it's a lot weirder.
Like?
It was on the horizon like
whoa,
a
he's
person
T-posing.
stretched out. No,
T-posing?
that's not the
He's
best way to
T-posing.
describe it.
T-posing.
It was like the space around them was stretched out, and they were being stretched along with it, like some kind of bad Photoshop effect.
Right.
Their body went from the ground up to the clouds, and their jaw swung at right angles. There were these gaps as well, black gaps in space around its body, like wings.
It's pretty creepy
It just
looking, to say
floated
the
forwards
least.
like that.
Another Foundation thing?
There were Foundation guys there too, but they were fighting it,
Oh.
shooting it with guns and rockets. How fucked up is it that I'm thinking the Foundation fighting an anomaly is weird?
What?
Maybe
Yeah,
they were
that
like
is-
me. Managed to get out when all this kicked off. Thought about talking to them, but decided not to.
Better not to, because you
Can't
don't
risk
know
it.
with these people, but...
Got out of there. I need to get to 579.
What's the word?
I need to do...
Why are they fighting this anomaly? Was it thinking about... Huh. Okay. I don't know. It's just, it's confusing.
Anything. Journal entry 112. I saw a kid die today. I could have helped her. And I didn't. I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Composed file 14.
Don't say that. You're in a world-ending situation. You have no right to give yourself that treatment.
SCP-4290. Through use of a sample of
Whoa, Hydra
SCP-008
looking
enhanced
motherfucker.
by SCP-914, the Foundation reanimates the corpse of SCP-4290 and lets it loose. Kaiju monsters from the Serpent's Hand engage, but the file isn't clear on what the results are. Heard the library detached from this universe, but it looks like these guys stayed behind. Idiots. SCP-4666. The Foundation uses temporal anomalies to make it so it's technically Christmas everywhere. Oh, fuck it. Nobody's ever going to read this anyway.
No, I want to know. No, don't skip. Oh, come on, you're going to skip.
Recorded file 13. Begin log. View is of the interior of an abandoned jewellery store from the front door. The night sky can be seen through a broken window. A teenage girl is sitting at a makeshift fire in the middle of the store. A ruby amulet is hanging around her neck. Perception filter is disabled. The girl jumps back, alert, picking up a rusty pipe as a weapon.
Why take away... you know what?
Who are you?
Okay, let's just watch. Let's just watch.
I recognised you. The necklace, I mean. The girl groans, dropping the pipe.
Shit. They sent you to kill me? You're gonna be here a while.
No,
Is their amulet special?
I got away too. Did you get away too? The girl leans forward, squinting to see Pietro's face.
Jesus, you look like shit, pal. When was the last time you slept?
The suit, you don't need to sleep with it on.
You do need to sleep. Your face is just... It's seriously a disaster, man. You hate to see it.
Can I come in? The girl steps back, gesturing theatrically at the store with one arm.
But of course, there's enough broken glass for everyone.
Pietro staggers in and sits down. The girl sits down opposite.
That's a fancy piece of kit you got there. Want to trade?
No way. I've read the file.
Worth a shot.
What did it do?
Been a while since you...
Okay, so this makes... okay, so she says she'll take a while for her to die. Did that thing heal her or keep her alive in some way? And then he just can't really be seen with it on. Alright.
Laughed, huh?
Not been much to laugh at.
Not even when Pesterbot showed up on all the TVs?
Okay, that was kind of funny.
So, you got away too. I mean, I'm assuming you were a Foundation guy, not one of the many people I've pissed off in my lifetime here for revenge.
Aren't those the same thing?
And now you're getting it.
Yeah, I'm Foundation. Was Foundation, I mean. Got lucky when this all started. Got into the suit and escaped. You?
Well, I was senior staff. We would have been told about the plan before anyone else, but damn if I can't remember what it was. Probably because of the second file.
The second file? You saw it? What was it?
Well, okay, cool your jets, kid. We've got all the time in the world. They were just a bunch of images. Eggs, trees, religious stuff. Yeah, it didn't mean anything to me by themselves, but I guess they had something encoded in them. Didn't take like they should have. Probably because of this thing.
So, it was a mimetic agent?
Don't know about that. I've pretty much had everything that can happen to me, well, happen to me. I know what a mimetic agent feels like. It didn't feel like that. More like I was being released from something
Right.
than something being forced on me.
I see.
Okay. All right. So SCP Foundation kill humanity, fighting that god or anomaly, right? Looked like a god, low-key. Statue, A posing, T posing statue. No emotions. Them telling other people about this secret that they discovered in the mind webway, whatever. I'm calling it a webway. Caused them to find out something, and the antidote or the serum they gave people that we thought corrupted them released them from something. Were we all being controlled by a god, or maybe God himself, and then we found out how to break free from gods, or this? Maybe it's that being they're fighting, right? That god's control. But there's too many of us infected with it, maybe, and they thought they'd kill humanity off. But why would they kill humanity off? Why they couldn't just mass produce a cure then? This is weird.
So you don't really know what's going on either?
No.
Me neither. I'm trying to figure that out.
Fuck.
The girl removes a small bottle of beer from her pocket and takes a swig.
Yeah, so, you, like, heading somewhere, or just wandering around feeling sorry for yourself?
I'm heading to 579.
If you're, suicidal, there are easier ways to go about it. Believe me.
You know what it is?
Not a clue. Which is concerning because I'm kind of a big deal.
Doesn't matter. I have to get there.
Why?
I just do. Where are you headed?
1437. To see if I can't piss into another universe. Then throw this amulet down there and see where I wake up.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck to you.
Well, I wish you good luck too, but we both know you're not getting it. So,
yeah, a man needs that sleep.
day's about to break. I'm heading off.
The girl stands up and moves to the front door. She lingers at the entrance of the store for a moment.
I hope you, find what you're looking for, at least.
Low key, I feel like they should have gone together, you know? Because, like, she can't die. Or she could heal. She's very hard to kill. And he can, I don't know, because maybe he jump realities, probably. We still don't really know where he's going or what he's going for.
She leaves.
Me too.
End log. Notice: files deleted. Time elapsed. Duration unknown. Journal entry 113.
Hi, Journal. It's been a while.
Right.
Right now I'm looking at Site 62C, where SCP-579
Oh,
is
you're
supposed
there.
to be. There are no guards as far as I can see, and all the security is down. It looks like the place has been abandoned for a while. I was under the impression that this place was extremely high priority, but it looks like the Foundation doesn't agree with me anymore. I have the briefcase in my hands. It's difficult to breathe. I feel like everything will end soon, one way or another. I'm heading in.
Journal entry 114.
Hi again, Journal. I know I ended the last entry so dramatically, and it's been about 30 seconds since then. But I have an important update.
What's the update?
The second I got close to Site 62C, I got a feeling like someone was pressing a gun against the back of my head, like I was standing on the edge of a roof and someone's hands were on my back ready to push me. Some fight or flight shit dialed up as far as it would go.
Right.
I don't know what SCP-579 is, but I know it's looking at me.
Recorded file 14.
Oh shit.
Oh, those things found him. Oh shit!
View is
Are
inside
they
of
gonna
a
get him?
hallway within Site 62C. Severe damage is visible on the walls, appearing as if it was done via usage of a large knife. The lights overhead flicker.
Fuck!
The lights flicker again. When they come back on, a statue of a soldier with blades for arms is visible underneath them. It has empty sockets where its eyes should be, and its face is locked in a snarling expression.
I was wrong. They're here.
End log. Journal entry 1.
Are they gonna get him? No, he
Was
lives.
right.
He lives in the beginning, right?
Even if they
or
can't
not lives.
notice-
He dies in the beginning. His dead body's found. So, is this a reality hopping device? And is that how he ends up in a blink of flash? Well, they could get him.
They
Okay,
figured
that's
out I'm
another
here, slashing everything in sight. Gouged one of my legs. Hurts like shit, but I need to keep moving. They're not chasing me, but they're headed to the same place. Need to get there first. Need to keep watching them.
Journal entry 116.
Made it. I made it. I made it. I made it. Made it. I made it.
Okay.
Journal entry 117.
What is
That's
this?
not fair. But I made it.
Oh.
That's not fair.
Oh no.
They're stuck behind the door. I can hear them slashing at it, but it's reinforced. We'll hold for a little while. A couple of minutes at least. I'm in an observation chamber, full of instruments for monitoring SCP-579.
Yeah, is it all the way
actual
down
containment chamber
there?
is right below me. I can just barely see it if I strain my eyes a little. There's a hole. There's a hole in the floor that leads right down there. I know where 579 is.
What is
Even
it?
if the instruments weren't here. I can feel it. You can't be near it without feeling it, probably. For a second, I thought I could just drop the briefcase into the hole and be done with it. But that would be too easy, wouldn't it?
I don't get what's
After
happening.
walking halfway across the world, I guess I haven't earned the right for something to be easy. From the angle of the hole, and where 579 is, the briefcase wouldn't even come close to touching it. The only way it's making contact is if I were to jump in the hole and throw it on my way down. But that height... Throwing the briefcase would be the last thing I'd do.
Oh my god, he's gonna die doing this.
Of course. Of fucking course.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
I'm so
taken me my whole
sorry
life to
for you.
realise.
I'm so sorry for you.
But I'm not the kind of person that can be a detective. I'm just the murder victim. I die for someone else's story, and the human race is going with me. I know who done it, how done it, but those are obvious. Everyone knows those. Those were handed to me. I don't know why. In the end, I couldn't figure out even a single thing. Why is this happening? Why is the Foundation killing everybody? Why is this happening? Why did they send out those files? Why is this happening? Why did Ganzia fall? Why is this happening? Why am I taking this briefcase across the world? Why is this happening? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I going to die? Is there a reason? If anyone is ever reading this, please figure it out. Explain it to me. Someone, anyone. I don't get it. I don't get it. They're about to get in.
He's gonna have to jump.
Search for the
Oh my god, no. We watched everything. We watched all of this. His entire story. Couldn't try and figure it out. He didn't figure out anything in the end. Not only that, he has to die for a cause he doesn't even know. Why are you doing this?
This is confirmed?
We got the report from Numa staff yesterday. It's
Oh.
everyone.
Even us?
Even us, Tejani. To think I'd find myself agreeing with that damn lizard.
What do we do?
You know what we have to do. We'll have to disseminate a cure, I think, among personnel before we get things underway. It'll try to stop us otherwise.
God help us, one.
Don't be like that, Tejani. That's it talking.
Journal entry 118.
Oh. So that's how it is.
Through the joining of SCP-055 and 057, Pietro, I forgot his name, I'm sorry, successfully prevented the entire event from occurring. The timeline was reset and certain events were removed from history, and such an event would never happen again. However, the Foundation had the right idea the entire time? What? How did they had the... Okay. So was I right? Where we were being controlled by some higher being? Because he said it's in all of us, and that's it talking. This is God help us. Oh my god. And did they find something in the mind space? That's where all collective consciousness. Did they find like some figurehead or some god being controlling and pulling all the strings? Turns out free will isn't our own. So this could be our gift to humanity, or the Foundation's gift to humanity, a death given away that not by this creature's fate, but by our own.
You said invaded, right? Might be one of the last times that happens. Right. Don't say that. It must be worse for you. That's what everyone says after they find out something they don't like. Jesus Christ. It's not something that can be hashed out in a few hours, man. Can you be quiet for a minute? Of course I can't. No, not yet. The feeling of being invaded. Why not? Don't say that. Don't even talk about it.
Okay.
We should have left well enough alone. I keep thinking like it would be better to end it all. Not with what we found. How long are they going to take? But it's not like that. Everything I am. You know what they'll say. It is me. It's over. It'll take time. You're germophobic, right? Did you get a reply? We shouldn't have looked. You too? I doubt anyone's going to be talking about anything else anymore. I feel sick.
Wow. But what exactly is it? We only have... Okay. Mystery? Nah. Tell me right now. Tell me right now.
So what is SCP-5000? Why did all this happen? So first off, you remember that mention of Project Kaleidoscope.
Apparently, it was a mass amnesticization project like Kaleidoscope.
Well, Kaleidoscope was a brainwashing and programming project mentioned in SCP-4156. Project Pneuma, the project we hear of in SCP-5000, was meant to be a similar project. However, they discovered something they were not expecting to in the process. There is a pseudoscientific belief that all of humanity has a collective unconscious,
right.
A space where all humans are connected.
Right.
It is where we get our human instincts and behaviors from, and it is not something we develop, but something we actually inherit from our ancestors. It is essentially the universal consciousness underlying within every person. Well, the SCP Foundation was mapping out the collective unconscious in Project Pneuma when their scientists realized that there is a part of this psychospace that is not human, it is an entity. Now, this entity's influence is present within every human being via the collective unconscious. It is responsible for human beings feeling pain, empathy, and various other negative and positive aspects. It is not supposed to be there, and neither are these human attributes.
Okay.
However, at some point in the past, this thing somehow latched onto the human psychospace. This entity can subtly influence every human being's mind and, by definition, influence the entire human race. And finally, it has something horrific planned for humanity. So horrific, in fact.
Wow, okay, so the entity just... Oh, fuck. Okay, I can... That makes sense. This all makes sense. You know what? The Foundation is right. I'm not gonna lie. Foundation's right. Yep. The best thing you can do is give us mercy if this thing has something worse planned for us. Or horrible. I see what they mean.
Fact that when the O5 Council are made aware of its existence and its goal, them and the Ethics Committee actually all reach a unanimous decision that it is ethically a mercy and the right thing to do to exterminate every human being.
A vote is undertaken by the O5 Council, with the result being unanimous. Ethics Committee also concurs.
Due to circumstances outside of our control, this directive has now changed. Our new mission will be the extermination of the human race.
Death is a better way to go than to let this thing continue to exist.
This is confirmed?
We got the report from Numa staff yesterday. It's everyone.
Even us?
Even us, Tejani.
So the O5 Council and the Ethics Committee now know everyone has this thing influencing
And
them.
we
A
can't.
thing that should not be there
Yeah.
and has a whole load of not very nice things planned for us.
Right.
Because of its influence, the Council understand that they will need to disseminate a cure to the Council before they can get things underway, or else this thing will stop them from doing it.
What do we do?
You know what we have to do. We'll have to disseminate a cure, I think, among personnel before we get things underway. It'll try to stop us otherwise.
It can only exist while the human psychospace does. The only solution? Kill humanity. It is also noteworthy to mention that the O5 Council member is shocked to actually be agreeing with SCP-682, the lizard he referred to. 682 believes humanity is disgusting and wants to kill us all.
To think I'd find myself agreeing with that damn lizard.
It's known there were 2 files sent out from the Council. We don't know what was in the first one, but it prompted a load of resignations and suicides.
A series of instructions, redacted instructions of course, are sent to all senior staff members and site directors. A wave
That's
of
where the
suicides and
mass
resignations
thing-
go out across the
right,
Foundation,
right.
with Dr. Charles Gears being one of the employees resigning.
Did he die though?
This file told everyone about this thing, what it does, what it is, and that the Foundation is now going to destroy all of humanity in order to kill this thing. The second file was the same cure that the O5 were administered.
A number of files are sent out to all remaining senior staff members and site directors, with instructions to also disseminate those materials among the staff serving under them. The files are accompanied by the message, "Harden your hearts." All suicides and resignations immediately cease following dissemination of the materials.
This cure released the staff from humanity, essentially. They were no longer considered human at this point, as is evident when SCP-1440 had no effect on the MTF escorting him to refugee sites.
Strangely enough, the way these events are described in the files makes it sound like SCP-1440 actually has no effect on the Foundation personnel assigned to it.
The staff also no longer felt pain or happiness. This is made obvious in the stabbing situation.
Performing the check now.
Of course.
The commander takes out a knife and stabs the soldier in the shoulder. There's no reaction.
Get that wound treated.
The test the commander referred to was to make sure the soldiers were free from the entity's influence. If they were under the influence, they could jeopardize the operation. One of them was, and he was killed.
Until the 8th, who noticeably winces.
Got a live one.
Right, and then they killed him, right? Yep.
Also in the Ganzia interrogation.
Do what you want. Once you realize you're not supposed to feel pain, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
The irregularity here is Dr. Bright, because he is not technically human. His soul is trapped in the amulet. He is immortal. He saw the second file with the cure but wasn't actually cured. His consciousness is still under the entity's effects.
Oh.
They were just a bunch of images. Eggs, trees, religious stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
It didn't mean anything
Wow.
by themselves, but I guess they had something encoded in them. Didn't take like they should have. Probably because of this thing.
Oh
The
my, I'm so
exclusionary
sorry
sites
for
where
you
Pietro
then.
and the rest of his colleagues worked were built to withstand CK-class reality restructuring events, and so them and all the staff there have to be killed. After this is done, the Foundation throws everything they can at humanity. Pietro escapes the slaughter, however, in the suit. The suit offers him survival and protection from the Foundation. The entity realizes Pietro is its only hope of survival. Pietro happens across a broken radio. He hears a voice coming from it which is actually a hallucination. This hallucination is the entity itself trying to communicate with Pietro. Amongst other things, it speaks the numbers 579.
7, 5. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's a hole shining in the holes between your eyelids.
This is so much darker than I thought it was. Then again, I somewhat got close to it, which I'm happy about.
I am standing behind you now. 5. I am 2 of us, standing behind you now. The goddess eats the city in the sea. 9. There's a hole on the floor with an answer waiting in it. 7. Look, you're hatching. You're hatching.
The entity is influencing Pietro to look into SCP-579. Pietro is influenced by the entity further to go to Site-19, even though he does not know why.
Like, why the hell am I even going to Site-19?
Right.
What do I hope to accomplish? If I
God,
wanted to stay
I
out
feel
of
bad
danger,
for this guy.
survive
He's
as
got
long as
influence the
possible,
whole way.
I'd be best suited as getting as far away from any Foundation personnel as possible, not jumping right into the Viper's nest.
When he gets there, he remarks the staff have a spark missing from their eyes.
But their eyes, it was like something was missing from
They were
them.
no longer in control.
Some spark. I
Or
couldn't see
the
them as
entity
human
no longer
looking at
has
their
control.
eyes.
This is referring to the fact the staff are no longer considered human anymore thanks to the cure in the second file.
I don't... See, the entity attached itself and gave us things. I don't think that makes us less human. I think that makes us more human now that we're detached. We are what we were meant to be, not what this creature made us be. So I feel like we're even more human now than we were back then.
3 months later, we catch up with Pietro again. He is now in possession of SCP-055 and is heading for SCP-579, but he does not know why.
It's weird though. I feel like I have a purpose now. Even though I'm not 100% sure
Right,
what it
because
is.
that's why he was having
Just
gaps
where I
in
need
his
to
memory
go.
and everything. This thing was taking control.
There's a briefcase in my hand. I'm having trouble recalling what exactly is inside it. All I know is that it isn't round, and I need to get it to SCP-579.
Right, exactly.
Whenever it gets a bit too much for Pietro, he opens the case and then returns feeling better.
I just need to open it up, and the next thing I know, I'm miles further along from where I just was, feeling all warm inside like something gave me a pep talk.
This pep talk is the entity again speaking to Pietro and encouraging him to continue onwards.
Right.
It also makes Pietro delete the files he has made to conceal its plans.
The time between then and now is a complete blank in my memory, and it looks like the files from that period have been deleted as well. As far as I know, I should be the only one able to do that, so take that as you will.
We jump ahead to Ganzia. A captured SCP soldier says something that causes all hell to break loose. We don't know what he said, but we can safely assume that whatever he said made the GOC doctor and commander realize the truth of the entity. Quite coincidentally, what was said has been redacted from the recording.
Fine.
I didn't catch that.
You'll have to speak up. That microphone only has so much gain.
Most likely the entity making sure no one else could hear what was said. The soldier remarks that the doctor and commander can now hear their own voices.
I told you you wouldn't like it, didn't you?
Right, because is the entity...
That's why you hear your voice.
Right.
And when he says a you, he is actually talking to the entity and not the commander.
No, you wouldn't want me to say.
I very much do.
I'm not talking to you.
After this, the 055 effect begins to have a diminishing effect on Pietro. The entity is losing its power and influence, now thanks to the Foundation's efforts.
And that was the monster they were fighting. Oh my
Kill
god.
Every time I open the briefcase to skip, I make a little less progress, feel a little worse. Whatever was helping me before, it's like I've grown numb to it. Wouldn't be the only thing. Why am I even going to 579? Do I actually have a reason?
In addition, we come across an anomaly the Foundation is fighting, the figure on the horizon.
There were these gaps as well, black gaps in space around its body, like wings. It just floated forwards like that. There were Foundation guys there too, but they were fighting it, shooting it with guns and rockets.
Considering the Foundation are not fighting anomalies, they are letting them loose, it can safely be assumed that this is an actual manifestation of the entity within the psychospace,
right.
and the Foundation is trying to destroy it. Because it is now so weak, it's appearing in our own world, and these black wings that we see behind it could actually be a doorway into the psychospace. Eventually, Pietro makes it to Site-62 and joins SCP-055 and SCP-579, yet he still has no idea why he is even there and why he must die. Why am I taking this briefcase across the world? Why is this happening? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I going to die? The joining of these two mysterious SCPs completely resets the timeline and undoes everything the Foundation have done, including Project Numa. Pietro was at the eye of the storm, and so him and the suit were deposited into the new timeline's version of SCP-579. Pietro was dead and the suit was non-functional. SCP-5000 first appeared in a flash of light within SCP-579's containment
and we're all
chamber
doomed
at
now.
Site-62C
We're all doomed, and we're
on
all
the 12th
doomed.
of
We're
April
all
2020,
We're all
containing a
doomed.
corpse
Oh my
genetically
God, we're
identical
doomed.
to Foundation employee Pietro
We're
Wilson.
doomed.
However, the storage devices had this entire event on them, and buried deep in the code were the two secret messages we hear at the end that give any kind of indication as to what is going on.
Yeah.
Ultimately, this was a failure for humanity. The entity won and the Foundation lost. Humanity is now once more completely unaware of this being and is headed towards whatever horrific finale this entity has planned for us. And that finally concludes SCP-5000. Finally, we know why. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Massive thanks to Yossi, who wrote up the SCP-5000 explanation on Reddit. My own one you just heard was all thanks to him, so he gets full credit. Go ahead to that post and show the man some love. Huge thanks to all of the amazing people who made this project come together. We had Exploring Series and Lumi, Fallen Foundry, Task Draws, and a couple of my very lovely patrons. Make sure you're all following the social media pages for video updates and check out the SCP illustrated
What
shops.
can I even say about
prints.
this besides like,
All the links
good
can be found below.
job, people.
And if you
God
can't wait
damn.
days and weeks for new videos, then consider supporting the channel via Patreon or becoming a member. You get early video access, submit Dr. Bright restrictions, see all this.
Okay. We get it. We yes. But oh my God, let me just say, this was so well done. This was great. This was amazing. Like, oh my God, like this is what I wanted. That's what I brought up earlier in the beginning. I want stories like this. This was great. I love this. This is, oh my God, I got exactly what I wanted out of this one. Wow. Jeez, great storytelling. Great clue, great plot devices, great plot twist, great surprise, great enemy, great situation. It's just, oh my God, I love this. This is great. I for sure, definitely love this. And I guess that's gonna be my only reaction. You know, I'm glad I got a little bit close to it. I was wrong, but also was not. I was right about the god controlling us time. It's not really a god, it's more like an entity itself, right? And it was in the mind space. I thought either completely took over the Foundation and is making them wipe us out, or it was the other way around, right? And the only reason I thought it was the other way around is because they were fighting that SCP when they let every single other one go. So, to say the least, that was very interesting. And I gotta say, beautiful, great watch, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for joining, and I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you next time, YouTube. Bye bye.